Hello everyone, this is Blue Thunder Fan Racing, and this is the INORL UPS Truck Series. Today we are at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the running of the Tide 400, the annual running of the Tide 400. Last season, this is a pretty big race in the series. Of course, it is intended as it is the longest race of the season, and last season we had a really exciting race, eventually being won by Jessica Lawrence. Lawrence is not racing this season, but her car is. That would be the number 19, which is being piloted by Derek Williams, who already has a win under his belt this season. We could see Brad Keselowski Racing take home their second win here at Charlotte. It's not it wouldn't be the first time that we've seen a major group sweep season 1 and 2 at a big track. Firestone big race, Firestone 500 in the Sony IndyCar Series. So far, only been won by the Acostas. But anyway, starting on the pole is Curtis Rundas with his 4th pole of the season. This team really has something going for them in the qualifying, because I don't know what, but something's just clicked, because this is Curtis Rundas' 4th pole of the season. And amazingly enough, he hasn't even won a race yet, but he is the points leader, so that's good enough for him. On his outside is Chris Rickenbaugh, driving the old champion's car, Mason Wood, of Mason Wood. Mason Wood is currently in the championship battle. Row number 2 is Ozzie Bowe, who had a pretty decent run at Buffalo Downs. This is his 2nd start, and on his outside is Hayden Klein. Row number 2, row number 3, Joshua Michaels and Leah Walker. In the 4th row, Gene Sanford and last week's winner, Skyla Johnson. And then around at the top 10, we have Jake Williams, and 2nd in points, John Cittadino. And here is the rest of the starting lineup. Get ready to fire those engines up for your longest race of the season. This is one of the big races of the season. Who's going to take it home? Curtis Rundas. He hasn't won a race yet this season, but he has won on this type of track before. He won at Kentucky last season in a surprisingly good race at that track. At Kentucky, I believe, has returned to the schedule. But anyway, pace car is in. Rundas leads us to the field. And we're green. We're rocking at Charlotte for the 2nd annual Tide 400. Speeds are climbing, and as we head through turns 1 and 2, Rundas leads, but here comes Ozzie Bowe. He's going to try and take the lead here, but Joshua Michaels is on his inside. Going to push him up. Michaels goes for the lead. Rundas is on the top spot right now, but Michaels is right there. But Sanford's going to go for 2nd now, and Rundas leads the 1st lap. This is one of the fast-paced races. This is one of the fast-paced races of the season. Pretty high speed. As we got free wide here. Oh boy, free wide's actually a bit close here at Charlotte. Jake Williams trying to take 2nd away. It seems like everyone's battling for 2nd, and that's helping out Curtis Rundas as he's now starting to pull away. Williams takes 2nd now, and I don't think he's gonna let Leah Walker get by him. Here he goes. He's gonna get a run here, and he's now going to try and chase down the 39. And look at this. We got two drivers. We got Zachary Robinson moving up here to 4th. He did great at Buffalo Downs, and we also got Makoto Higuchi in the number 3. A great start for the young Japanese driver, but she's getting passed by Skyla Johnson, who of course won at the decrepit Buffalo Downs dirt track last week. She led every single lap, so she really knows those dirt tracks, that's for sure. Brian James is now moving up into the 3rd, but look who's coming down the inside line. You got Kurt Mason, the short track legend, in the 13. This is a lot faster than what he's used to, so it's great to see him up here, but I'm mainly focusing on Mason Wood, the defending champ. What a comeback he's made in the point standings. He was outside the top, I think he was outside the top 35 earlier in the season, and now he's 4th with 2 wins. 2 consecutive wins. Johnson took the lead and led that lap, but Brian James is now on the top spot. Not for long, here comes Kurt Mason. He really wants this lead. It'd be quite something if he led this lap. Here he comes, and yes, Mason's going to lead a lap, but now Mason Wood's going to get the lead. Gotta think about pit stops. When are they gonna come? When are pit stops gonna happen? Mason is leading right now. Sean Angel's going for 2nd. Sean Angel's actually moved up to 25th in points, even though he hasn't started all the races. But of course, Richard Johnson is 23rd in points. So Johnson really knows what Johnson and Angel have really done. Oh, problems! Oh, it's Mason Williams! He made contact with Leia Walker and they hit the wall. Man, Mason Williams just cannot catch a break this season. Bristol's really the only race he did well in, and he lost that win after doing really well. And Leia Walker, I don't know if she's had a good season either. But that, my friends, has split up the field. And now at the front we have Pichu London, a surprise to see him up front. I'm pretty sure Mason Wood led a lap there, but Sean Angel led the last one. Here comes William Duncan. Mason Wood and Duncan are championship contenders. At the moment, the championship contenders are Curtis Rundas, who is way behind in 33rd. John Citadino, who is up in the lead pack. Mason Wood, he led a lap earlier. He's in the main pack. And there's William Duncan. He's in the lead pack. He's 5th in points. 4th in points and the last championship contender to be mentioned is Skyla Johnson. So, got 5 title contenders, and really all of them are having good runs except for Rundas, who is dropping even further. I think he may have damage on the back end. Off the outside pole sitter, Chris Rickenbaugh just dropped to last. Oh no, he dropped to 41st. But Rundas has damage. Something's wrong on that. I don't know where he got that damage, but that is affecting him, man. He is slow. Man, this is a terrible point day for Rundas right now. But Walker's really slow. Danino's taking the lead, but Robinson's going to go underneath him. And it's going to be Robinson that leads this lap. Joshua Michaels is going for the lead now. Also, I think this pack is starting to condense again. Very slowly. I think the pack is slowly but surely starting to recondense. You see some cars kind of running a single file line, and they're using the draft and catching up to this lead group. Makoto Iguchi's in the lead pack now. Kurt Mason's taking the lead back. Noah Hart right behind him. Not for long, Brian James is going to take second here. There's Henry Nova. I believe he finished second at Bristol. Yeah, Henry Nova finished second in the Wreckfest that was Bristol. Oh, Mason Wood! What happened to him? That car is not gaining speed. It doesn't appear to have damage. Something... Oh, he's losing. No, he's under power, but something's gone wrong with the 05. We're gonna pause here to take a quick look at this, because we'll get a championship contender here. What could have possibly happened to Mason? Oh no! That is a heartbreak for Mason, man. Mason Wood lost a cylinder. We just got word. Mason Wood. He dropped a cylinder on an 05 truck, and he's just now coming down pit road. He's having some engine problems. Dropped a cylinder. That's a tough break for Mason Wood. Where is Curtis Rundas running right now? He is still way in the back, along with, unsurprisingly, James Silverfox. He has not done well in that 60 truck. There's Darren Gale. He's been moving up in the points. I believe he's up to 20th, which is a lot more like last season for him. Now, this track is... I bet he's really not going to be pushing too hard. He's probably quite nervous on this track here, because last season he was involved... He suffered injuries from being involved in a huge crash. I believe he broke a wrist, so he's probably be pretty careful around here. We'll have to see how he does later in this race. You know, 10th in points. Jimmy Michaels led that last lap. He is still leading the race. Top 4 broken away. Jimmy Michaels, Skylar Johnson, Henry Nova, and Makoto Iguchi. Johnson's going for the lead now. And she's going to be able to get this lap led. Some very helpful bonus points for that 42 team. And Brian James is running in 5th here, trying to catch up. He is closing in really quickly here, along with a few others. I think something may have happened here. Oh, Darren Gale came down pit road, along with Derek Williams. Oh, a lot of people come down pit road. I think that was... Judging by the number of people that came down, I think that was a scheduled stop. Yeah, that was a scheduled stop. We've got green flag pit stops here in lap number 20. Majority of the field is in. Jimmy Michaels stayed out, along with Skylar Johnson, Zachary Robinson, James Silverfox, Chris Rickenbaugh, and Charles Sanford. Silverfox, Rickenbaugh, and Sanford here, they really need to gain some ground. The outside pole sitter, Chris Rickenbaugh. Oh! Is Silverfox able to make it down pit road? Oh, look out, look out, look out! Oh, they almost touched. But they're going to be able to get down pit road without a problem. Who won off pit road? So the winner of the race off pit road was it Rundas? No, I don't think it was. I believe it was Makoto Iguchi. Great work by the Richard Childress crew to get her into the lead. Well, I don't know if she's gonna get the lead, but she has won the race off of pit road. But Henry Nova is gonna pass her. This is presumably the battle for the lead. Here's Johnson. Here's Michaels. Will they be able to beat him off? Will they be able to beat him here? Oh, yes, they will. Henry Nova. I was correct. Henry Nova is the leader. Curtis Runda is having problems in that truck. He still got the damage. What a disastrous race for Runda. The pole sitter. I don't know if he's able to hold on to the points lead. Depends on where John Citadino is. But here comes Makoto Iguchi trying to take the lead. And she's going to get it. Can she lead the lap? Oh, yes she will. Right now, well, this is just a great run for the young Japanese driver. But look who's in second. Derek Williams. I was talking about him earlier. I was talking about him in the pre-race. This is the truck that won this race last season. I said Williams was probably going to be a contender. Here he is in the lead group. And look who's coming up the inside line. That's Darren Gale. He makes it free wide. What the hell's wrong about Darren Gale? No fear for him. He just forced it free wide. Man, he must have had a great pit stop because last time I remember he was in 27th. But now he's up in the 5th. Fantastic run so far for Gale. And here's Tyler Faber. That's a championship. That's a not a championship contender. This is his second start. He's looking good. And Mason Wood is one lap down, unfortunately. But they did get the engine problem fixed, so at least they have that. You know, Skylar Johnson had a bad pit stop. She's dropping back. Citadino not running too amazingly right now. He's in 18th, but considering Runda's in 40th, that should be good enough to give him the point lead. Here's Ray Krager, another one of the drivers that recently came in at Buffalo Downs. I've got free wide here. Oh boy. Bartel and Michaels. Michaels is Ray Krager's teammate. Oh wow, Sean Angel had a disastrous pit stop. He's down in 34th. And that strategy didn't work out for Rickenbaugh. Meanwhile, Darren Gale, who was injured at this track last season, has now, I believe, led 2 consecutive laps. So that's... if he could win this race, that'd be pretty inspiring. Because again, I'm pretty sure he broke his wrist in a crash here last season. So to win one season later, that'd be quite the story. Brian James is at the front now. Behind him is Daniel Smith, who's now second in the IndyCar Series points. Although his drive may be up in the air. But we've heard that Daniel Smith's ride may be up in the air. We'll have to see about that. See if those rumors are true or not. Mason takes the lead. And I just noticed that Force Sport has all the drivers in this lead pack. You've got Kurt Mason, who just led that lap. Wait, what? Oh! Actually, no, Mason didn't take the lead. It says he's on the tail end of the lead lap. Wow. Well, yeah. Disastrous pit stop for Mason. That's a tough break for him, but that doesn't change that he's in this lead pack. So as I was saying, we've got all 3 4-sport drivers in this lead group. We've got Mason, we got Henry Nova, and then there's Kevin White in the 98. So all 3 4-sport trucks. Oh, Curtis Rundis is back here now. As Derek Williams moves in the second. Jimmy Michaels leading the race right now. Quite the amazing turnaround for that 07 SS Greenlight team. It's a pretty big turnaround for those guys. They were miserable last season. In both speed and luck. Grant Peterson was way down the points charts. But now here we are. Jimmy Michaels. With Jimmy Michaels, they've got a bigger name sponsorship there of Garmin, and Michaels has gotten them into 10th in the point standings. I've been seeing Michaels up front on these intermediate tracks, so he's pretty good on these. And I think he's proven it. He's had one of the strongest trucks all night. Daniel Smith now leads the field, but not before Brian James is going to be able to squeeze him up there. Oh, wow. James did not get a good run in that corner at all, and Smith gets the lead. Williams gets a run up high. We are approaching the second pit cycle. Oh boy, free wide, look out. 2 lap cars here. Hopefully they don't wreck it. I don't think they will. There we go, still green. Brian James now up to second. Derek Williams is going for the lead here. As we are approaching the second round pit stops. The first round was on lap 20, so... oh, wow, Mason Wood. Not exactly too fast right now. Something is... Actually, looks like something is still wrong with that truck. He's actually still really slow. Still quite slow. Henry Nova's leading the field now. As Brian James is on that inside line still. When you come down pit road, you're going to have to find a way there. Hopefully someone's not going to be on your inside. Well, we got a lap car on that inside there, Kurt Mason. Oh, and looks like Mason's joining him on pit road. Here we go. Second round green flag pit stops. Henry Nova's in. Jimmy Michaels stays out along with Pichu London, Darren Gale, and Derek Williams. Williams is looking to get Brad Keselowski Racing her second consecutive tied 400 victory. They won the race last season with that exact same truck, only Jessica Lawrence was driving it. Darren Gale comes down, but Williams is still on pit road. Oh no! He got forced up. He got forced to stay out, and as soon as he comes up before, he runs out of fuel. Oh no, it's a huge travesty for that 19 team. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is a heartbreak for Derek Williams. Man, he is pissed over the radio. Because he knows he had nothing he could do. He got forced up. He was forced out of the pit lane. He couldn't come up. He couldn't come down into pit road because someone was on his inside. This is just what I was talking about, and now I think Brad Keselowski Racing's hopes are practically done, as Jake Williams has not had a very good race. So, meanwhile, I'm not sure who the new leader is. Might be Kevin White or Henry Nova. Hope maybe, I don't know, maybe Williams will make it onto pit road here. Oh, Derek, where are you going? Oh, man. Henry Nova is the leader. In fact, at this moment, we got a 4-score 1-2 according to the leaderboard. I think Williams might be able to make it to his pit stall. But man, what a heartbreak for him. That is his hopes all over, but the good news is that he at least made it into his pit stall. He could have lost, it could have been even more catastrophic had he not made it to his pit stall. But where is Jake Williams? Oh no, looks like I was wrong. Jake Williams is in 8th. So he's got a shot after all. Scarlett Johnson's up to 11th. Makoto Iguchi didn't exactly have a great stop. But now I got Kevin White at the front of the field. And a big pack of cars here from it. And a big pack of cars from 5th on back. Got a big pack of cars from 6th on back here. Brian James looking to close in. I think he is a little faster than these two. Jimmy Michaels and Darren Gale. We are approaching 10 laps to go. And it looks like it's either going to be Daniel Smith or a 4-sport driver, Henry Nova and Kevin White. Kurt Mason's a lap down. And there's Skylar Johnson getting help from her teammate, Jeffrey Finguy, who's moved his way up into the top 10. With this run, I think Finguy will move into the top 10 points for a career best points position. Finguy's never really been that high in the points in this series, but he may be able to move into the top 10. Oh yes, they've caught the Gale and Michaels here, the Dodge Mopar Inc. Dodge Rams. And Finguy now moves up. Just going to let his teammate go. Going to let his teammate have at them. Here comes Skylar Johnson, and she is going to be able to move to 4th here without a problem, it looks like. But now it's practically assured, as Johnson's got Finguy behind her again. I figured that Finguy might try to pass her. Yes, here he comes. Great to see Dodge Mopar Inc. up here. They've been having a great season. Meanwhile, there's Derek Williams. Poor guy, he is in dead last. What an awful heartbreak for Derek Williams. He might be able to move up depending on where the lap cars are, but he's not going to have a good run. But meanwhile, I got 10 laps to go. Daniel Smith is leading. Then the two 4 sports of Henry Nova and Kevin White are trying to chase him down. Oh boy, free wide with the lap cars. And the 4 sports. This is quite a sight here, seeing the 4 sports running with each other like that. Finn guy starting to break away. Running in 4th. Almost won Nashville. Finished 2nd though. Kevin White is running with his teammate now, Kurt Mason. Those are teammates. Mason now moves up and lets his teammate go. And now he's trying to serve as a buffer so that nobody can squeeze underneath him without risking a wreck. Good teamwork. Great teamwork for 4 Sport. They're going to need... Daniel Smith has been really strong, so they're going to need some good teamwork in order to get that one. And Kevin is looking, but he can't get it done there. Tyler Young, a lap car is coming. Kevin White is right there. And now Tyler Young's going to hold up the 1 a little. Henry Nova may go down low in a 98. Oh, no! Top 3 starts moving in a train. Nova gets shut up by a lap car. Hayden Klein. But Kevin White is right there behind the 1. He needs to find his way around that K&N Tundra. Henry Nova might be out of it. I don't know. I'm also wondering if they're going to have to come down pit road. Mason Wood's in the pit lane, so that could be a bit of foreshadowing. But here comes Kevin White. Kevin White's finally found his way around the 1, as he'll take the lead. But not for long, Derek Williams pushes him up the racetrack. And now it looks like the scales are actually tipped in Henry Nova's favor here. 4 laps to go. The 98 may get shot up the track here. Yes, his teammate shoots him up the track. And Nova takes the lead. With help from he takes the lead from his teammate with the help of another one of his teammates. Man, 4 Sport really playing a huge part in this race. 4 Sports is playing a huge outcome in the part of this race. I would really expect a 4 Sport to win this race. Henry Nova, I'm honestly hoping for Henry Nova. I'm honestly rooting there for Henry Nova because he's had some bad luck, but he's had some great speed, and he proved it when he finished 2nd at Bristol with no front end. So I think Henry Nova really deserves his first career win. But can he get it? Daniel Smith is coming. Here we go, 2 laps to go. That is enough time for Smith to catch him. You better hope his teammate starts coming here, but Kevin White appears to have used up his stuff. Nova may try to put that 19 in between him and the 1, but this is going to be a big battle for the win. Oh boy, Smith is coming. Some cars are coming on pit road. White is in the air. Here comes Daniel Smith. Can he beat the 4 Sports? He might make a move down here on the backstretch. Smith is looking. He's looking. Will he make the move? No, he can't make the move. Henry Nova is just too strong. And here he comes on the final corner. Henry Nova will take his first career win, and he tied 400 here at Charlotte. Congratulations to Henry Nova on his first career win. That is, I think that may be the 88 team's first win, I'm not sure. Second is Daniel Smith, so close. Third is Kevin White. Fourth is Darren Gale, and an amazing run for him. Fifth, Skylar Johnson. Sixth, Brian James. Seventh, Pichu London. Eighth, Jimmy Michaels. Ninth, Tyler Faber. And 10th is Makoto Liguchi. Great. This has been the second annual Tied 400. Congratulations to Henry Nova. Here comes the results and standings. You have been watching production of the INORL, Racing Uncontained. See you next time.